whether you're currently using Business Central, whether you're thinking about moving to Business Central, or you're just curious about the platform itself. We believe we've got information for all of you. I will say I went through the deck a few times, and it's a lot of information. So we're going to want to move through the deck pretty quickly. I think I'll just ask for folks to post questions in the chat. We'll do our best to answer those as we go along. And if for some reason we're not able to answer it in the chat, and we do have time at the end, then we'll cover it then. And rest assured, no matter what, we'll get back to everybody with any questions, even if we have to do it, out of band after the call. So thank you once again. We've been looking forward to this for quite a while. And with all that, I'm going to turn it over to Ward.
Thank you, David. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to an immersion briefing on Business Central. My name is Ward Furman. I am the practice lead for Business Central at Covenant, and I have somewhere in the neighborhood of 22 years now in the Business Central channel, functioning up both on the functional and technical side. And I'm going to try to give you a quick overview here. And as David mentioned, we're going to try to speed things along because we've got a lot of information to cover in a short amount of time. Our objective here is to showcase real-world scenarios, what's possible with AI and automation, and run through a quick fit assessment so you leave with something practical, not just information. Today is an interactive working session to help you answer 3 primary questions. Where are the biggest operational bottlenecks slowing your growth right now? What does it look like when your business system's connected and with an end-to-end AI assistant? And based on your needs, are you fit for Business Central? And what would realistic be your next steps? You'll see common patterns we're observing across finance, operations, and decision-making where disconnected systems, manual processes, and limited visibility slow teams down. This is about surfacing real-world challenges that many growing organizations face today, so you can quickly recognize what resonates with your own situation. Some of the challenges you may face are multiple software programs and paper-based systems that complicate the decision-making process, workarounds that result in inefficient processes and errors, and disconnected systems that make collaboration and information sharing difficult. In your organization, where do you feel the biggest challenges lie? Closing your books, cash flow or reporting, purchasing, inventory, or fulfillment, complicated processes that involve too many steps and spreadsheets, or is it in approvals and handoffs? Does your current process work for you, but it doesn't scale for your growing needs? We understand the business challenges that organizations are facing, and there's a clear opportunity to meet the moment. Here are some of what your peers have been telling us. The economy at large remains a looming challenge. While many organizations see this as a reason to hunker down, forward-looking firms realize that this is a chance to identify opportunities, build efficiencies into the DNA of their technology. Small and medium-sized businesses looking to scale are often victims of their own success, without the resources to manage increased orders, inventory, financial activity, and operations. There are disconnected systems and data silos that mean too much time is spent in systems, inconsistencies of data, unnecessary middleware, and people being busy at the price of being productive. And of course, AI is ripping up the rule book of so many businesses and their processes, rewriting job rules and automating operations that we would not have conceived as possible before. Now that we've discussed the challenges posed by inadequate systems, let's explore how the right system can unlock growth and drive your business forward. First, it can enable you to make better business decisions by providing more access to data and enhancing analytics and reporting capabilities. You can base your decisions on comprehensive, accurate information. This leads to more effective strategies and ultimately better business performance. You can eliminate manual workarounds. Configurable workflows and built-in best practices enable you to streamline processes, reduce the risk of errors, and save valuable time. This frees your teams to focus on higher value tasks rather than on repetitive manual ones. You can automate key processes using AI. You're going to hear a lot about the benefits of AI today, from speeding up repetitive manual tasks like bank reconciliations to simplifying the way you analyze data. AI is bringing dramatic improvements to all areas of the business. Compliance is another critical aspect running your business. The right system can make it easier to comply with audit requirements and regulations. It provides the necessary tools and documentation to ensure you meet all regulatory standards, reducing the risk of non-compliance. Enhancing digital security is essential, especially as teams continue to embrace hybrid and remote work. Places maintain the integrity of your system, no matter where your employees choose to work. This ease of use helps the employees to stay connected in or out of the office. Lastly, you can boost productivity by connecting data and processes to the apps that your employees already use every day, such as Microsoft Outlook, Excel, and Teams, giving them access to the information they need without constantly switching between applications. By leveraging the right system, your business can unlock growth in multiple areas, from making better business decisions to boosting productivity. Now let's explore how Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central can connect your teams and harness the power of AI to drive these improvements. Today's operations face new challenges, and through Microsoft 365 Business Central, there are new solutions. Dynamics Business Central is an easy-to-use solution that enables you to adapt faster, work smarter, and perform better. Accelerating growth. You've outgrown your system that you use currently to manage your business, be it an underpowered ERP system or a collection of homegrown solutions. Modernizing systems. You're ready to move to the cloud and take advantage of the system's operability, security, reliability, and the latest features in cloud-based ERP. Or preparing for the future. Copilot and agents can help automate workflows, save time, simplify business processes, and allow you to scale. Business Central helps you increase visibility and performance by giving you the tools you need to take control of your financial data. You can manage your finances end to end, oversee your budget, use unlimited dimensions, track your fixed assets, and more. Improve forecasting with cash flow projections using AI to analyze the financial position of your business, and shorten payment cycle times with AI-generated late payment predictions. You can accelerate month-end and year-end close with support for multiple currencies, exchange rates, consolidations, intercompany transactions, and localized tax regulations. To help you close the period even faster, Copilot in Business Central automates tedious tasks like bank reconciliation and e-invoice matching. You can get real-time performance metrics with role-specific dashboards and make more profitable decisions with robust reporting and ad hoc analysis using powerful AI in Copilot to identify trends and anomalies. Connect data from across accounting, sales, purchasing, and inventory teams to get accurate insight and improve business planning. Business Central helps you Business Central helps you boost sales and improve customer service so you can build profitable and long-lasting relationships with your customers. You can take better care of your customers while managing the entire sales process from within Outlook and deliver better outcomes with connected service operations. You can prioritize leads based on revenue potential, keep track of customer interactions, and get guidance on the best upsell, cross-sell, and renewal opportunities throughout your sales cycle. You can increase sales using marketing text suggestions from Copilot, which help product managers to create compelling AI-generated product descriptions using key attributes already in Business Central, like color and material. Copilot can tailor the descriptions to your preference tone, format, and length. And once you've made any adjustments, you can easily publish to Shopify and other e-commerce platforms in just a few clicks. You can transition smoothly from sales to service, track customer returns and repairs, and manage service agreements, all while keeping all the details in one place so both sales and service teams can respond quickly to inquiries to meet and exceed customer expectations. And if you would like to elevate your customer journey even further, we could explore connecting Business Central with Dynamics 365 sales, customer service, or field service. Business Central helps you finish projects on time and profitability, starting with planning for success. You can improve project costing by better managing projects using timesheets and advanced job costing and reporting. Using the data easily accessible in Business Central, you can develop and modify detailed budgets to further enhance project profitability. You can optimize resource levels by managing resource utilization through planning capacity and sales. You can drive project profitability with real-time business intelligence on project status, profitability, and resource utilization. And you can also enable employees to do their best work with role-based access and the ability to collaborate by sharing links to projects directly inside Microsoft Teams. Business Central can help regulatory requirements and assist with sustainability management. You can collect sustainability information by calculating emissions, track the progress using scorecards and goals, gain easy insights, and leverage BI reporting, Excel, and analysis views, and take advantage of a fully embedded value chain across Scope 3 indirect emissions operations more easily. You can improve your inventory and supply chain management with end-to-end visibility that creates better results. You can deliver products on time and adapt to changing business models with visibility across purchasing, manufacturing, inventory, and warehouses. You can improve your supply chain with vendor management, purchasing, e-commerce with Shopify, order fulfillment, and returns. You can optimize manufactured output even in agile and complex environments with detailed bill of materials, assemble to order support, and production orders. Improve inventory management by using AI-powered sales and inventory forecasting to replenish stock based on actuals, demand, and availability. Lastly, you can improve organization within your store facilities and manage inventory with an easy pick and put away process supported by barcode scanners. Now that we've seen how Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central can enhance various aspects of your business operations, let's explore how Microsoft's commitment to AI innovation further empowers your organization with advanced, secure, and responsible AI technologies. With the Business Central Shopify connector, you can link Shopify stores and maximize productivity. You can access and manage insights across your business and Shopify store in one place. The connector allows seamless synchronization of orders, stock, and customer information, allowing you to fulfill orders faster and better serve your customers. We are seeing incredible growth with Dynamics 365 Business Central in the double, and that rate is a growing baseline. Business Central is now one of the fastest growing SMB products in the market, making us 20% larger than our closest competitor. What is also great about BC and the growth we are seeing is the composition of our customers. We see growth in both small SMBs, but also in larger SMBs with more complex needs. What this means is small SMBs can start with BC and continue to grow and never have to move to another solution. In terms of opportunity, project that the total addressable market for AI business process in the SMB is $132 billion. This is just business applications opportunities in this segment. Within the product, we're seeing 4 times growth in AI utilization across Business Central in just the last 6 months. With all the native Copilot and agentic capabilities we have in Business Central, it is a great solution to increase the use of AI and change management because customers see the return on investment very quickly. Lastly, BC is heavily partner-led motion, and we see amazing growth in our partner ecosystem. We have seen more than 1,000 new partners transacting CSP in the last 12 months. The growth in our channel is proof of the demand in the market and our competitive advantage. Business Central provides a rock-solid ERP foundation for end-to-end business process management, including financial management, sales management, service management, project management, as well as manufacturing and supply chain management. Business Central also provides enhanced extensibility with more than 7,000 solutions available currently on the AppSource marketplace, allowing you to map it to your process and leverage the power of pre-built custom agents within the entire Microsoft ecosystem. The expansive list of companies leveraging the power of Business Central spans multiple industries with diverse and specific requirements. If you follow this link, which we will provide for you, you'll find a searchable collection of customer stories that highlight the impact that Microsoft 365 Business Central has had on their businesses. Business Central's native Copilot and AI agents mean that it's part of your ERP ecosystem. Within Microsoft 365 Business Central environment, data continues to be strictly yours. It's not used in the further enhancement of AI models outside your organization. Data is protected with the most comprehensive enterprise compliance and security controls. Microsoft Copilot inside Microsoft Business applications can only access data the user can access. Also, EU data compliance restrictions are enforced. Prompts generated within your system are not visible to Microsoft or other external entities, and users can review output before saving it. The power of AI Business Central comes from the Copilot and agentic ecosystem. Included in Business Central is Analysis Assistant, Chat with Copilot, the ability to summarize information and data, marketing and sales suggestions, bank account reconciliation, sales order agents, and a payables agent. Copilot functionality extends to Microsoft 365 Copilot, Copilot Studio, Power Automate, Azure AI Foundry, and Power Apps. At a high level, Copilot in Business Central makes accessing specific dashboards, insights, and data views easier for every user to take advantage of. And Copilot Chat provides instantaneous guidance and support through plain text inquiry. It acts as a virtual assistant to track down information, surfaces business data, provides guidance or explanations on different tasks, and helps understand the purpose of specific fields within the system. All this data analysis makes activities like bank account reconciliation a breeze. With Copilot for Business Central, organizations are able to cut significant time out of manual processes. Copilot turns tedious chores into quick reviews. You can ease the pain of having to find and calculate gas emissions with Copilot and let Copilot find the emissions factors and calculate emissions based on the descriptions and parameters on the journal lines. Copilot's integrations beyond Business Central allow for new record generation from emails, draft POs, and confirmation of inventory from conversation transcripts, edit fields directly in Excel without requiring middleware, and quickly generate financial analysis documents. Some AI agents that are currently available include the sales order taker and the payables agent. The sales order taker assists with communication with customers, interprets customer requests, and sends quotes. The payables agent assists in receiving vendor invoices, capturing invoice information, and registering invoices according to company policy, preferences, and history. Some common AP bottlenecks that slow business performance include manual data entry, inaccurate vendor records, time-consuming invoice processes, and limited insight into metrics. The payables agent reduces inaccurate reporting, time-constraining rework. With workflows directly inside Business Central, processes can be streamlined while enhancing accuracy.
Intelligent automation is becoming part of the everyday experience. The tedious task for handling vendor invoice processing end-to-end is soon a thing of the past with the payables agent in Business Central, the agent that takes the pain out of accounts payable. It's designed to reduce manual work, speed up invoice processing, and give your team more time to focus on what matters most. Let's see it in action. We start by opening the payables agent pane and activating the agent. This sets up the automation process for incoming vendor invoices. Next, we select the email account that the agent will monitor. This is typically a shared mailbox where vendor invoices are received. Once we enable this feature, payables agent will monitor the designated mailbox for vendor invoices. When an invoice arrives, the payables agent automatically drafts a purchase invoice and uses AI and historical data to suggest the vendor, invoice line types, and other information such as dimensions and deferral templates. We open the PDF to verify the invoice details. The agent extracts the data and presents it in a structured format. We review the information and confirm it when everything looks correct. The payables agent doesn't post anything automatically and keeps us in control. We can review, accept, or adjust each suggestion before confirming. Once the draft is finalized as a purchase invoice, the agent's role is complete. At that point, the agent supervisor can either send it for approval or proceed directly with posting it, depending on the setup. The payables agent in Business Central, smarter invoice processing, fewer errors, and more time for what matters. The payables agent is in preview in United States, United Kingdom, Australia, and New Zealand.
Some common areas that affect successful sales order fulfillment are manual data entry, order processing errors, poor customer communications, and manual email processing. The sales order agent handles unstructured sales inquiries on its own, reducing manual processing and allowing quicker response to your customers' needs. The finance solution in Microsoft 365 Copilot is now generally available, bringing ERP connected data directly into Excel and Outlook so finance operation professionals can manage tasks and gain insights in the flow of work. These role-optimized capabilities combine a conversational experience with specialized finance skills, helping teams improve accuracy, accelerate close cycles, and deliver insights leaders can act on with confidence. Some of the general available capabilities are financial reconciliation in Excel. Reconciliations are on the most time-intensive, one of the most time-intensive activities, pardon me, during close. Now, generally available, this capability provides a guided experience in Excel that uses natural language to walk through each step of the financial reconciliation, matching transactions, flagging discrepancies, and preparing reconciled reports. It also generates summaries and suggests commentary. With reconciliations completed faster and more consistently, finance teams can close the books with greater confidence and spend more time on forward-looking analysis. Customer communications in Outlook Collections and payables management often requires switching between email and financial systems. Now generally available, this capability brings ERP connected account details and payment history into Outlook, making it easier to draft accurate vendor and customer communications. With account information surfaced in context, financial teams can respond more quickly, maintaining consistency across communications and support stronger cash flow discipline. Public preview capabilities include variance analysis in Excel. Understanding the why behind the numbers is critical, yet variance analysis often slows down reporting. Now, in public preview, this capability highlights anomalies, organizes potential drivers, and produces draft explanations that finance leaders can refine. By standardizing variance narratives across periods and teams, finance leaders can provide clearer insight into performance and help executives respond sooner. Your data preparation is available in Excel. Raw ERP exports often require extensive manual cleanup before analysis. Now in public preview, financial teams can describe the outcome they need, such as cleaning, reshaping, or structuring data. And Copilot prepares analysis-ready data sets. With reliable data ready in minutes, teams can reduce errors, build greater trust in reports, and move more quickly from raw data to actionable insights. Customers realizing this AI transformation experience are seeing less repetitive, low rewarding work and more innovative thinking. The sales agent is simple to use, enhancing work speed and accuracy. Agents take on workflows almost entirely. There are so many examples of SMBs utilizing the full power of BC AI-powered biz apps to scale their businesses and therefore are able to adapt faster, work smarter, and perform better. Here we see a case study generated for SNO or Snow Hotels, where they're trying to reduce their check-in times and administrative costs. Their situation was that they had outgrown their system and they had multiple disconnected systems, manual processes, and limited overall business visibility. The solution that they found was Business Central. It was selected to sit at the heart of their unified hotel management system. They're leveraging the AI-driven agent for customers that was built using Copilot Studio and supports remote check-in and concierge services. The impact to their business is a reduction in costs by 20% and stock shortages by 25%. The new agent has helped reduce check-in times for customers by over 30% and drive 10% increase in upsell revenue. Let's take a quick overview look in some of the AI agents that we walked through in the process of with some more detail.
Okay, so
here we have Craig Cresius from Microsoft. He's going to take us through the sales order and payables agent for a closer look at some of the available functionality at your fingertips.
I've set up and activated the sales order agent. Let's get the demonstration. I'll show you what you can do to set up and configure this in your own environment. We'll begin by reviewing. The customer sends me an inquiry to the sales inbox. Again, here you see I'm logged in as a customer of ours, Alicia. And again, it doesn't have to be a customer. The agent will recognize if they're not set up and help you set that customer up upon their inquiry. But you'll see here in the to line, I've got it going to sales. There's a request for a quote. They've put in some items, and you'll notice here I also have the expected delivery date. So that's a request I'm making as the customer, or as Alicia is making to the customer. Hit send, and now that's it. Now the sales order agent will begin that review process. You'll notice because I'm set up as a recipient, that notification shows up for me and requires attention. I see the email from Alicia. I'll go ahead and review that. The body of the email comes through. You'll see here again the items from that email provide me with a quote. Everything looks good. So again, there's going to be steps with which I need to intervene to help the agent along the way. As much as the agent does automate much of this process, I'll select confirm. You'll see that there's a task that's in progress. Once it's done, you'll notice that because I selected confirm, the agent has now created a quote for me, and I want to go ahead and review that. And you'll see here, the agent's created a quote ending in 1003, and that is confirmed. It looks good to me, along with the requested ship date. And then you'll also notice that my sales quotes in the tile is now increased from 2 to 3. That process is in progress. And once it's done, of course, I need to review the outgoing message to the client. So the agent will create a presentation or a very nice styled email along with the attachment that's going to be sent out. And you can see what that looks like. There's the quote 1003 for the items requested. We'll go ahead and close that out. I'm going to go ahead and confirm it. And now the agent sends that email out to the client. So my notifications went from 2 to 1. And then the customer is going to reply to the agent, the email that was sent from the agent. Here I am. I'm back logged in with Alicia. She selects on the email, looks at the email, can open up the attachment, then appropriately replies with "this looks good." Let's go ahead and convert that to a sales order. I go ahead and select send. And now that's off to my sales team. The customer replies to that agent. I'm going to go ahead and now you'll notice that my sales order agent has increased yet another activity for me. I see that it went from 1 back to 2, and it's a response that I have from Alicia. I'll review the message. And again, this is a setting you can confirm inside of that agent setup screen. I'll go ahead and confirm that. The agent go ahead and takes that action from me and says, yes, let's convert that. And it goes ahead and creates now a sales order. And now you can see again, I've got that sales order with the expected delivery date. Here's the attachment with the sales confirmation. And now I've got that sent off. I can go ahead and confirm it. And I'll close that sidecar. And now you'll notice that my sales quotes went from 3 to 2, and the sales orders increased from 9 to 10. So again, just a scenario, very simple, not a lot of complexities, but just to get you started, how to set up and activate the agent, and then just how you can demonstrate it using the CDX demo environment.
So now Craig has walked us through a great scenario showing some of the basics with regards to the sales order agent and the way that you can process inbound requests into your sales department, generate quotes, send documentation, and process to an order. Now Craig will walk us through the payables agent and how that would function based on a simple scenario of receiving a invoice from one of our vendors.
All right, we've configured it in the admin center. We've activated the agent in Business Central. Let's get into the demo. It's a very simple, easy demo, and you'll get the power of this. And so the vendor is going to send the invoice. Notice here I'm logged in as Alan Steiner. Alan is a client or a vendor of ours, has sent the attachment and is sending it to our shared mailbox of payables. So once that's sent out, Alan's done with his job. And then the last step would be for the agent to take over from here. So let's go ahead and review and confirm. You'll see here that returning Business Central, the finance team that's responsible for monitoring the shared mailbox will see this red notification. And here you see the inbox, the email from Alan. I can review the message by selecting this. And then I'll open up the attachment. Now the body of the email is easily accessible from the foreground, and then you can see the attached document, which was sent by the vendor. And at this point, of course, finance carefully reviews all the details, the line items, and all the associated costs from the attached invoice that was sent from the vendor. And then after that consideration, the finance will go ahead and confirm everything looks good. And after the confirmation, the payables agent then takes that information and it creates the document that's associated in Business Central. And we can review that here. And now there's a new stage that you may not be familiar with. It's called the purchase draft stage, which is what you're looking at here. So it's not a purchase invoice yet. It's just a draft. As with any work, of course, I want to review before finalizing the draft. You'll notice that Business Central provides a number of different suggestions. In this case, 3 fields which require review by the user. So depending on the tooltip, you can see what the payables agent will suggest. Again, depending on what I have on that document. Once I'm satisfied with the accuracy, I go ahead and confirm that. And now you'll see the last step is to finalize the draft. And then that draft document is converted or finalized, if you will, to an official purchase invoice, an official document in Business Central. And then from here, I would go ahead and again, follow the same finance and accounting rules or the typical business process where I could, again, post the invoice to Business Central. You can always come back to see that trail, that audit trail under eDocument. So if I want to look at the document source or the draft, that's available for review here. So that concludes the payables agent demo. Again, in this session, I wanted to show you how to get started by configuring, activating, and then showing you the sample of getting started with a demo by.
All right, so as Craig walked through for us, we see how the system can process and handle inbound emails from our vendors, identify the contents of the attached documentation, generate draft documents for review and confirmation, and then convert those into an actionable invoice in the system.
All right,
Now we come to the Business Central Fit Assessment. It's a short guided online assessment designed to help organizations quickly evaluate how well Microsoft Dynamics Business Central aligns with needs. It'll just take a few minutes to go through, and we can provide this for you at the end of our presentation today for you to walk through and let us know what your requirements are and what kind of pain points you're running into with regards to your existing systems. You can also feel free to use this QR code to reach out and connect directly with me through LinkedIn. Look forward to hearing from everyone and getting some feedback on the presentation and anything that we might be able to do to assist you in evaluating your further steps with Business Central.
Okay. Well, listen, I want to thank everybody again for your time today. I hope you guys got something out of it. If you have any other questions, we've got a next steps here. Again, reach out to us certainly if you've got anything that you want to dig in a little bit more deeper. Review any priorities that you've got. That fit analysis that Ward showed, we could run through that with you. I believe the majority of the folks on the call today were current BC users, but this is also being recorded. So if there's folks that on the recording want to do a fit analysis, let us know. We can help you with that. And we can do some recommendations for your scenarios. And then finally, if you guys, I know we've got at least one managed services client on the call. No, a couple actually. So if that's something that sounds interesting or worthwhile discussing, we'd be happy to take those conversations as well. So thanks, everyone. Hope you all have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much for attending, everyone.